Well, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whatever you may be listening to my podcast today. Wanted to get on here. This is July the 7th, 2025. Imagine that. We're half out of the year already of 2025. How was everybody July the 4th? 4th of July. I thank God for had a nice time, beautiful time. Spent time with my daughter. Just wanted to say, enjoy life. Be the person you want to be. Enjoy yourself. Don't wait for others to lift you up. Don't wait for others, excuse me, to encourage you. Don't wait for someone to help you believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do anything but fail. Believe that you are, going to higher heights and deeper depths. Don't let your past determine your future. Learn from your past, from what you went through in your past. I'm not here to put no single woman down. I'm not here to say that you can't make it. You're going to have times where you're going to be discouraged. You're going to have times where, you're going to, be down. You're going to have times where you don't quite understand, certain things in life. But don't let that discourage you from moving forward. There's been days where, like, I want to be transparent. I want you to know that, yes, I have days where, I cry, I sit and I, talk to myself. And there's nothing wrong with, excuse me, talking to yourself. There's nothing wrong because you're talking to yourself, you're hearing yourself, realizing, I need to explain this, or whatever it may be, whatever you may be going through. Talk to yourself. Get that off. Don't hold things in. When you tend to hold things in, that's when, you allow stress because all you're doing is thinking about, say that someone hurt you. Someone says something, to you. You don't have to take it. You don't have to, say, well, that's not me. I refuse to even listen to that. That's not me. Don't accept negative words from nobody. Don't accept negative words from no one. Don't let negative words be your outfit for today. Don't let negative words be your future. Don't let negative words be your daily outlook. Don't let negative words be your life. Don't allow negative words to tell you you're nothing because that's negative. When you get up in the morning and get up, wash your face, brush your teeth, whatever. You don't get up in the morning and say, "I'm not going to wash my face. I ain't going to brush my teeth. I don't care what I look like. I just don't care." Don't be that way. I don't care if you're crying. If you have to brush your teeth crying, if you have to wash your face crying, be be that person that says, through all that I'm going through all that I've been through all the hurt, the mistrust, and all of this, I am going to succeed in life because I know who I am. We all have different paths that we're going to go on. We all have different lives. There's no two people exactly alike. Even twins, there's something different about twins. Fraternal twins, identical twins. There's no one that has the same personality. They may act the same, they may say, the same thing, but there's no two people who are exactly the same way. I had to tell myself that I can do this. I have to stop looking and I need to start, excuse me, believing. I need to stop, doubting myself and tell myself it's all good. I need to stop allowing myself to think negative. Like I said, I want to be transparent. I want to tell you the truth. I don't want you to think that I got it all together. I don't want you to think that it's all good. Everything's perfect. Everything's working out. Excuse me. I want to always be transparent. I want to always let single women know that, yeah, there's times where I look in the mirror and I don't like what I see, but I catch myself before I say, I stop in mid sentence and say, regardless, I am somebody. I am a awesome single woman. I am an awesome single mother. I am awesome whatever I do. I'm going to lift myself up. I'm going to build myself up. I don't want to tear myself down. If I tear myself down, I can't help nobody. If I'm constantly, tearing myself up, talking about myself, looking down on myself, telling myself you ain't this and you ain't that, you'll never be this, you'll never be that, that's exactly what will happen. I will be exactly what I spoke. My tongue is like pen of a ready writer. Like when you're pen, you're writing something, you're writing it. And my tongue is that. I'm writing my life. I'm writing my day. I'm writing my feelings. So when I use my tongue, I want to use it to express me. I want to use my tongue to lift another single lady up. You know, um, I don't want to listen to the news because, I know what, things is going on in the world, and I don't want to live my life listening to the news. To me, the news is negative, 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 negative. And I don't want to listen to that. I want to say, regardless what's going on in the world, God is in me. God has got my back. God will watch over me. God will protect me. God will help me. That's how I lift myself up. I encourage myself. I don't say, well, I see this is going to happen and that's going to happen. I choose not to talk that way. You know, um, and I can say that because of what I went through in my past when, in the abusive relationship that I had. I can talk that way because I know the hurt, the damage, the emotions, the feel. I know all of that because I've been there. And unless you've been through heartache, hardship, unless you've been through hurt, disappointment, unless you've been through situations where you don't see a way out, unless you've been there, and I had to be totally honest and, blunt, you can't help me. Unless you're walking the same walk that I'm walking, unless you're on that bridge that I'm walking, that bridge that I suffered so much. I went through so much. I've been abused. And if you've never been abused, if you never know what it likes, you don't know what it feels like to be abused, to be hurt, you cannot help me. People that help other people is people that been through what they're going through, whatever situation they're going through in their life. Like, I'm a single parent. I have 3 grown children. I raised with the help of the Lord. And I thank God. I have grandchildren. I thank God. I decided to stay single. I'm not going to say, I hate that I'm single. I don't. I decided I don't want to be married. There's nothing wrong with being married. There's nothing wrong with, having a relationship. I choose not to. So therefore, I don't. And I don't put no one down, no other single woman that decides, well, I want to be in a relationship. But make sure before you get in a relationship, you got yourself together. Don't take into a relationship the frustration, what you're going through into a relationship, because that relationship's not going to work out good. Get yourself together, fix yourself, develop you, build yourself up, encourage yourself, strive to please you before you get into another relationship, because you don't want to take the baggage of disappointment, failure, stress, hate, discouragement into a relationship of what you went through when you was in this other relationship, the abuse, the words, the stress, the anger. You don't want to take that into another relationship. So get yourself together before you choose to get into a relationship, because you don't want to hurt someone that don't have a clue what happened. You don't want to look at all men as the same as what you went through, because that's the problem that I had when I was in a relationship with the man that abused me. And when I got out of that relationship, I looked at all men as being abusers. You will do the same thing that he did to me, and I don't trust you because of what he did. I feel you would do the same thing. You can't judge that like that. That's why it's best to get yourself together. Pray and ask God, help me. Help me get myself before I get into another relationship, because I don't want to hurt someone because I've been hurt. I don't want to take someone through something that I went through. So help me, Lord. Build yourself up, get yourself together, get healing for yourself before, don't take a broken heart into another relationship. It won't work. Get your healing together. You know, write, like I always say, write a journal. If something is you're going through something, you're um, speaking, you're hearing, and write it down. Write it. It's best to have a journal to write down your feelings, your thoughts, what you're feeling that day, your thoughts that day. Write it down, and then read what you wrote. Read it out loud so you can hear what you wrote. So you can hear if it's good words, if it's bad words, or whatever, you can hear and say, you know what? I got to move past this. So Lord, help me. I'm going to do better. I'm going to be better. You know, I'm not I'm not going to step into a relationship, Lord, if I'm not ready. You know, when you get hurt and you get get a sore on you, and there's a scab on it, and that scab is on that there um whatever, if you hurt yourself, you scratch yourself, whatever, it builds a scab on it. So the scab is protecting that, what you got hurt, that sore or whatever's on you. Don't peel that scab off, because that scab is a protection. It's a healing. It's healing that cut or that scratch or whatever. That scab is there to heal it. Don't remove the scab before it's ready to be removed. It'll fall off eventually, and you'll see how that scratch or that cut or whatever, how it has healed underneath that scab. And that's how it is. Put your medicine on it, take care of it. If it needs to have a band-aid on, if you need to, put medicine, ointment, whatever, continue to take care of it. Continue to take care of yourself. Continue to take care of your emotions. Continue to take care of your thoughts. Continue to take care of you. Get you. Love you. When you're in a relationship, you don't love you, because you're telling yourself you're going through what you're going through because it's your fault. And when you're in an abusive relationship, it's not your fault. Whoever's abusing you, you know, they're doing it because they're hurting and they want to hurt you, and you're innocent, but they don't see that. They see that, you this and you that. And, when I was in a relationship with this man, he called me all kinds of names. And I always would forgive him. But deep down inside, that hurt was still there. It was still there. I still heard those words. So I had to, when I got out of that relationship, when the Lord helped me get out of that relationship, I had to build myself up. I had to encourage myself. I didn't want to step out of this sadness into sadness. In other words, I didn't want to get into another relationship that I was still hurting, because that wouldn't do me any good. And it wouldn't do the person that I'm in a relationship any good either, because I'm hurting And I'm going to look at them in a certain kind of way. And regardless of what they say, I'm not going to believe them because I'm still hurting. You have to receive healing on the inside. Healing of past hurts, past remembering the memories. You got to get healed from that. And like I said, talk to someone that you truly, truly, truly trust. Some people just like to hear and then like to say, "Well, yeah, she told. Yeah, did you? Yeah, yeah." Talk to somebody that you could trust. Talk, if you have to talk to a psychiatrist or whatever, a nurse or whatever. Talk. Let them know and understand this is a process. This is a building process. You got to build yourself back up. You got to encourage yourself. Don't wait on someone else to say, "You got this, you good, you good." Tell yourself, "I got this. I'm good. I'm going to make it. I'm going to survive regardless. I got this. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it." Tell yourself that. Don't wait for somebody else to encourage you because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get too many encouraging words. So you got to encourage yourself and say, "You know what? I'm going to make it because I'm a survivor." And, I'm here and I'm reaching out to single women to let you know you got this. We are survivors and we can make it. We know what we went through. Don't give up, single women. Don't give up. Love yourself. Encourage yourself. Tell yourself, "I'm going to make it because I believe in me. I believe in me. I believe I could do it. I know I'm going to do it. I know I'm a survivor. I know I can make it." Tell yourself that, single women. And remember, God loves you, and so do I. God bless you.